symptoms of low testosterone. Of course, first, erectile dysfunction. Things aren't going the way you like them to. Next is going to be mood swings, a little anxiety, maybe some weight gain in this area that you're having trouble fighting, and then fatigue. Those are my top ones when it comes to gentlemen complaining about testosterone issues. So, if you happen to have any of those symptoms, you could be suffering from low T or low testosterone. So, what we're going to do today are talk about ways to biohack that and really get to the point where you have naturally increased your testosterone levels. Now, some of you are going to need testosterone supplementation. You're going to need extra testosterone, and we'll talk about that as we go through the series. But for those of you who want to know and are struggling with certain parts of your life and it could be attributed to your testosterone levels, you need to get checked. So really, before we get into it, you can actually head over to trylgc.com/Dr. Rach, and we'll talk more about a discount that you get when you drop my name in the checkout box, 20% discount. So it's really cool. I love it because especially now, you don't really want to be wasting time at the doctor's offices and the labs and things like that if you don't have to. So let's just get right into it. So the first thing, now we've talked about the supplements, right? We've talked about different herbs and things to get your erections a little stronger. Today, let's go a little further. I want to talk about the things that each of my patients are on that I know whether or not wherever they are, we're going to do these things. So the first one is going to be actually magnesium. Now, magnesium is one of those things that the majority of us are deficient in it. And it's because of our environment, it's because of our food, it's because of our diet. And so we can do it one of two ways. We can supplement magnesium or we can get it in our food. So let's talk about the food that are going to do it. Now, magnesium is so important because we talked about blood flow, right? So what you really need to happen is you need those blood vessels to relax in the penile tissue, fill up with blood and engorge and have these major erections. And without being able to relax, you can't have that. So what are we going to do to try to get it relaxed? Magnesium is one of the main supplements. You can get it from your spinach, right? Am I pointing? Spinach. You can get it from lima beans. These aren't lima beans. These are pepitas. You can get it from pumpkin seeds. This is one of my major go-tos. You can get them from almonds. You can get it from kale, and you can get it from lima beans. It's very important because without magnesium, and some signs of low magnesium are frequent muscle cramps, headaches, anxiety. All of those are signs of low magnesium. But we also see people who have low magnesium, they have erectile difficulties. So if you're going to supplement, if you're like, Dr. Rachel, I can't eat all that stuff. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to make a smoothie, all of that. Then you can actually supplement, take about 500 milligrams of magnesium before you go to bed. That's what I have my patients take if they are showing symptoms of having low magnesium. The next on the list is good old fashioned vitamin D. You hear a lot about vitamin D when it comes down to immune system and immune function, but it's also really important for erectile health. So with vitamin D, I usually put my patients on anywhere from 3,000 milligrams to 5,000 milligrams. This is one of those things you can't get from your diet much. We can have you go out in the sunshine, but particularly for darker skinned individuals, you're going to need some vitamin D supplementation. So always talk to your doctor before you try any of this stuff, but it is really, really, really important that you get your vitamin D. Now, the other thing that vitamin D is important for is that vitamin D is going to help with the production of testosterone, right? Testosterone is a steroid, and all steroids need vitamin D in order for your body to make them correctly, right? So vitamin D ultimately becomes extremely important. Now, another thing that I usually have my male patients taking, and it's not coming up on the screen right now, so let me grab it for you, is DHEA. So the important thing about DHEA is that DHEA is the precursor of testosterone. So imagine being in a position where we actually are giving you the precursor to testosterone and it's going to get in your body and convert to testosterone. So we do a lot of supplementation with DHEA. And then my last biohack, this is the big one. I saved it for last, and it's going to be the biggest one, is sprinting. Boy, let me tell you about sprinting. They've actually done studies on gentlemen right after they sprint, and their testosterone levels are way up here. So when we talk about sprinting, you're going to do a rapid sprint where you're going to keep it, below 15 seconds, just sprint, 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 and then you're going to stop and recover. And you're going to fully recover, and then you're going to sprint again. You're going to sprint again. And you're going to do 5 to 10 reps of those. And testosterone levels skyrocket during exercise, during lifting, not necessarily during a lot of cardio. Actually, cardio can sometimes depress testosterone. We have seen those guys on the treadmill, distance runners. Distance runners typically struggle with low testosterone. But doing things like sprinting, fast and then stopping and recovering, and fast and stopping and recovering, testosterone levels surge. So here's the thing about biohacking and optimizing your testosterone levels. You've got to know where you are, then you've got to implement some strategies and changes, and then you got to test again. And that is particularly why I've teamed up with Let's Get Checked. Because here's the cool thing about Let's Get Checked. Head over to trylgc.com/Dr. Rach. Use Dr. Rach in the checkout to get 20% off. Because here's the thing. We want to know where we are with our testosterone. We want to know our free testosterone. We want to know our total testosterone. And we want to know something called our sex hormone binding globulin. This is probably your most important one when you're talking to your physician and you're trying to really manipulate things, because that item, the sex binding globulin hormone, is responsible for binding up testosterone. And if it's testosterone is stuck to it, guess what? It's useless. Your body can't use it. So your free testosterone level becomes very important, and so does that. And so their advanced male hormone panel has it. And so what you do is you test before you get started optimizing and biohacking. Then you're going to test again afterwards, and bam, check and see the results. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to walk you through what some of these test parameters mean and why they're so important. So subscribe below. If you haven't emailed me at efunctionnow@gmail.com, efunctionnow@gmail.com, to get your cheat sheet. And I did a really cool cheat sheet for you about herbal remedies to kind of increase erectile function. And we're going to keep these things going. So email me at efunctionnow@gmail.com. Head over to letsgetchecked.com. Make sure you use this URL and you put Dr. Rach in the checkout. You get 20% discount. And of course, they give me a little bit of commission, but this is not what this is about. Biohacking your testosterone. Remember, there's the components to a strong erection. You got your testosterone, which is your hormones, you got your nerve function, and you've got blood flow. So today we're talking testosterone. I will go through with you what some of the labs really mean and why they're so important. So let's get on it. Let's have stronger erections, and let me know what I can do to help. Drop your comments below, ask questions, and go ahead and subscribe to my channel, because this is what we're doing here. We're really focusing on men's health. All right? I'll see you later.